Hello, pastors. As you make your calendar for 2025, I want to make you aware of some of the events that we're going to be having. We already had our first engaged meeting. It was focused on prayer, but I want to give you some heads up so that maybe you can plan out your year. And I know you can't come to all the events, but hopefully you can come to a lot of them. Get your church equipped, because the main idea for this year of Engage 2025 is I want our churches of Mulberry Northeast Baptist Network to truly be engaged in ministry and in all aspects so that our churches can be thriving, our churches can be strong and healthy. So our next event in February, it's going to be on Thursday, February 20th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. It focuses engaged in missions, the aspect of where it says in Matthew 28, go. Keith Ivey from Georgia Baptist Mission Board is going to be our guest speaker, and he'll help equip our churches on how to have a successful missions team. If some of you already have missions teams, well, it'll get some good advice on how to form those teams and how to use those teams, leverage those teams to really be engaged in missions. And that's going to be held at Cornerstone Baptist Church. So again, make plans if you can. There will be a meal provided. And then Sunday, February 23rd through the 24th, and you'll have to plan event to be able to stay there. There's going to be an evangelism conference, and that's done by the Georgia Baptist. And it's going to be held at Central Baptist Church in Warner Robins. So again, I think they're still taking registrations for that event. I plan to attend. Again, it's a Georgia Baptist event. Then in March, Thursday, March 20th from 6:30 to 8 p.m., we're going to be talking about engaged in discipleship. He says, go and make disciples. So this will be an equipping session for your discipleship ministries, and that's going to be held at Union Baptist Church. And our guest speaker is going to be Scott Sullivan from the Georgia Baptist Mission Board. Then in April, Thursday, April 17th, it's going to be our annual associational spring meeting. And you'll get some more information as the time draws closer to that. May of this year, Thursday, May 22nd, 6:30 to 8 p.m., we're going to be talking about engaged in multicultural ministry. He said, go and make disciples of all nations. So we're going to talk about how to have a multicultural ministry. That's going to be held at Ebenezer Baptist Church, and our guest speaker is Mark Hearn from First Baptist Church of Duluth. And then in June and July of 2025, Thursday, June 12th, and Thursday, July 17th, it's not an event. It's just, we gather every Thursday to pray. Pastors from Mulberry gather to pray at Sharon Baptist Church. And on those two specific days, June 12th and July 17th, we're going to go out to eat, whoever wants to come and eat. So if you can't make it to the prayer time, but you want to come and eat with us, it'll be at noon to 1:30, and we'll have a location as the time gets closer. And then in August, we'll pick up our engaged activities again. On Thursday, August 21st, from 6:30 to 8 p.m., it's engaged in church membership. He says, go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them. So the idea is, what happens after baptism? How do we get people plugged in after they've been baptized? And our guest speaker, it's going to be held at First Baptist Church of Carl. Our guest speaker is going to be Ken Bevel. He's from Sherwood Baptist Church, so he's going to be sharing with us about membership. And then in September, Sunday, September 14th, this is a Georgia Baptist event. Sunday, September 14th from 2 p.m. to the evening is the Spark Conference. If you've ever attended a Spark Conference, you know that there are a plethora of ministry training that they do that day. And this Spark event on September 15th is going to be held in one of our own churches at Hebron Baptist Church there in Decula. So please sign up for it. You can go to the Georgia Baptist Mission Board page and sign up. There's a link there for you to sign up for that event. And then Thursday, September 18th is going to be our engaged event from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Engaged in sound doctrine. Remember, go and make disciples, baptizing them. Go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, teaching them everything that I have commanded. So we're going to be talking about engaged in sound doctrine. I don't have a location. I don't have a guest speaker yet. I'm still working on that, and I should have some information on that soon. Then in October 9th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. is going to be our annual associational fall meeting. And then in November, Thursday, November 6th, from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m., is the Engaged in Next Generation Ministry. Go and make disciples. of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, teaching them everything that I have commanded. And behold, I am with you to the ends of the earth. So that next generation, what happens after this generation and the next generation? So how can we be engaged in that next generation? And that's going to be, again, I don't have a location for that one or a guest speaker yet, and I'm working on that and should have something soon. And then the last event is going to be on Thursday, November 20th. Yet to be determined, but it should fall on the 20th, 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. and it's the Senior Adult Thanksgiving Fellowship Meal. So that's the events for our calendar for Mulberry Northeast Baptist Network. Again, I know you can't come to all these events, but hopefully you can come to a lot of them. And again, if you can't come as a pastor, challenge your members, your leaders, and members of your church to attend these meetings, because it's not only to equip you as a pastor, but it's also to equip your leaders and equip members. We're strong as churches when we equip others, when we delegate others. Leaders don't do everything, and this isn't my saying. Leaders don't do everything, but leaders make sure everything gets done. And so, again, I invite you to all these events. God bless you. If there's any way that I can serve you, please feel free to reach out to me. God bless.